situation in Louisville, Kentucky last night. There were reports of vandalism. There were nearly 100 arrests, and the Trump administration urges calm and reminds those who wish to have their voices heard to do so peacefully. You have a right to peaceful protest as outlined in the First Amendment. And the Attorney General Daniel Cameron said, if we simply act on emotion or outrage, there is no justice. Mob justice is not justice. Justice sought by violence is not justice. It just becomes revenge. And you contrast his message with that of CNN's Breonna Keeler, who said, I question the judgment of the Kentucky Attorney General saying that mob justice is not justice. We know that this is very loaded language. That's an appalling statement from Breonna Keeler at CNN. And what is outrageous about this take is that mob justice is not justice. Hours later, after this comment was made on CNN, 2 police officers were shot. This is not justice. This has nothing to do with politics. It has everything to do with the value of human life and the safety and security of our American cities. And across the country, we've seen our police officers come under fire in the line of duty. In Los Angeles, there was an ambush attempt on 2 police officers. In Phoenix, a U.S. Marshal was ambushed and shot outside a federal courthouse. In Linwood, California, a suspect approached a patrol car and fired a handgun into the passenger side window. And in Suffolk, Virginia, a suspect opened fire on a marked police car, hitting the vehicle 3 times. Our police officers deserve our respect, and the violence that is being committed towards them, and this was just in the last week and a half, is outrageous. And the words of CNN and of Breonna Keeler are outrageous, irresponsible. We should never hear statements like that, followed by hours later, 2 police officers being shot. Good afternoon, everyone. The radicals are in control of the Democrat Party. Make no mistake, Democrat radicals want to shatter norms and disregard precedent for the sake of the very norms and precedent they claim must be safeguarded. They've proposed court packing, an egregious idea. They've entertained impeachment as punishment for the president exercising his lawful Article 2, Section 2 authority to nominate a justice to the Supreme Court. They've advocated for the abolition of the Electoral College. These are all the tactics that they are using to sow chaos and discord. Likewise, they're endorsing a mass mail-out ballot system that will likely lead to the kind of week-long delay New York witnessed in its recent primary. Far-left radicals resort to tactics like this to push their extreme agenda because they cannot win on the merits. They cannot succeed based on the will of the American people. This administration will continue to call out these tactics, while Democrats should end their petty politics and get to work. And with that, I'll take questions. John.
Yeah, Kelly, I wonder if you could just clean up or clarify something the president said yesterday.
Well, good morning to all my fellow Americans. Here once again, you heard from McEnany, from her own voice, from her own mouth, what she had to say about what's happening. But before I start and give my opinion, I want to say good morning to all my fellow Americans and those of the members of the DAB, for which I am also a member. And don't forget veterans of all organizations and those who have given up made the ultimate sacrifice in order to keep this country free, which now the Democrats, which is called the Democrat Socialist Party, or Communist Party, let's put it that way, or terrorist party, terrorist movement, organization, criminal syndicate, whatever you want to call it, wants to destroy. They want to enslave the mind, and they want to enslave the people, and reduce them to the equal share of misery. The state of Florida, don't forget, in this election, to vote for Maria Elvira Salazar for Congress. She'll help to put a stop to these communists, terrorists, Islamic terrorists that are infiltrated our Congress. You see, what's happening is that Antifa Black Lives Matter, the Squad, all these extremist leftists like Bernie Sanders, AOC, including Muslims who want to destroy our Constitution and our nation, like Ilhan Omar, Sarsour, and Rashida Tlaib. They're all evil entities that shouldn't even be in the United States. You know, I'm going to create a situation here by saying this, but I'm going to say it. You know, the Constitution should not give the right to these people to occupy any position. You know, a constitutionalist or lawyer could say that I'm wrong. Well, I'm not wrong. I'm not wrong, and I don't consider myself wrong because we are defending our Constitution by prohibiting these people from occupying position. Because how are you going to put a terrorist to occupy a position who are determined and requesting these rioters to burn down cities and destroy and bomb? You know, what the hell kind of freedom do they deserve? You know, it doesn't make sense. It's not of an intelligent person to say to me, hey, no, they got their rights. They should be here. They should be given their freedoms, and they should be protected by the Constitution. You know, what kind of argument, what kind of sense that make? You know, Pelosi might say that. People like in the Democrat, they're just extremely evil. You know, not that they're stupid, because I know Pelosi's not stupid. It's just, you know, you got a lot of these people that are just extremely evil. You got Bernie Sanders, an extreme example. He wants to impose a situation where I'm going to demonstrate you with a video at the end of this what socialism will offer you. What's the benefits of socialism? And you're going to be surprised. You won't believe your eyes. And there's many other demonstrations and proof of what socialism really is and what it will offer you. It will offer you nothing. Misery and death. You might die of hunger, extreme hunger, or you might die of lack of medication. That's what socialism is going to offer you. They're going to start expropriating, like they've done it every time. You know, don't listen to Bernie Sanders. He's lying through his teeth. Every time they're in power, that's what they do. They rob, they loot, they expropriate it, which means robbing these industries that produce medication. Bernie Sanders has never produced anything in his life. What he's going to do is he's going to rob the hell out of this country. Kamala Harris is the same. You know, they're all the same. They're all in the same boat, and they're all offering the same. And Joe Biden is just as evil. The only thing, he's just very feeble now. But the guy is extremely evil. The guy, you know, he won't admit it. You know, he lies through his teeth too. I heard the other day him say, "Oh, you should believe me. My word is the truth, and you should confide on my word." You know, like we should. A person who's lied about his past, about graduating with honors from the university. You know, this guy is they're all evil. Bernie Sanders, for example, who used to write novels on exotic novels and porn in order to make money. What kind of a mind does he have? Do these books sell a lot? I mean, these pamphlets or magazines that he wrote, or novels, if you want to call it that way. Like I said, I want to leave you with this last video. God bless you all. Donald Trump, I always pray for you and your family. God bless you. The same with Mike Pence. And God bless our country eternally. And I stand with God and Israel eternally. So like I said, I want to leave you with this last video so you can see what socialism really is. And I'm going to explain it to you because it's in Spanish. This comes from Cuba. This is what AOC and Bernie Sanders and the whole squad, including Kamala Harris, Joe Biden, are trying to sell you. And if you believe him,
Joe Biden
believe me, you're gonna
tried
regret
Social
it.
Security and Medicare for decades.
I argued that we should freeze federal spending. I expect social
I would like to skip this, but I can't. So I'm gonna have to wait until the
Donald J. Trump, and I approve this message.
this advertisement is over. Okay.
7 el Mazda CX-5
Another announcement.
2020 con tracción total.
This I could skip. Listen to this. I'm gonna explain to you. And remember, I'm leaving with this last video. She's saying that there's no good, how you call it, feeding of food distribution, the feeding. She's going hungry. Look at the condition they live.
Parece que utilizaron el nombre mío y dieron a otra persona. Como si acá.
Don't be fooled. This is what the communists want for you. Look at the walls. This is the walls of this house. Look at the condition of the roof.
Yo no puedo trabajar, para arreglar mi casa. Le pedí ahora mismo una ayudita a mi sobrina que vive en Canadá, a ver si me da tan siquiera comprar los medicamentos. Porque
She's trying to see if her family can donate so she can buy medication.
mándame aunque sea 200 pesos para comprar los medicamentos. Porque no sé de qué voy a vivir. Mira para acá, no tengo un colchón. Mira cómo
There's days that the past that she'll eat, and some days she'll eat, and some days she won't eat because there's nothing to eat.
me compré un
Look at the condition of the kitchen.
Oye, como yo vivo. Aquí, ve.
Look at the condition of the walls, the windows. Look at that. Look at that.
No tengo nada.
A disaster. Look at the condition. With bugs, roaches, bats, they just come in,
Mi mamá, que es una ancianita,
place bacteria on the food.
19 años. Está aquí ella conmigo y no tengo que darle de comer. No sé, me vuelvo loca. Aquí.
She's saying that sometimes she has nothing to feed her family with,
Estoy enferma.
and she's going crazy.
¿Qué es lo que hay? ¿Cae gotera? Así. No es eso, cae gotera. Leche de guano.
In the parts of the house, water filters because there's openings where it filters right through the water, the rainwater.
Y así. No hay pateriente, no hay jabón para bañarse.
Look at the condition.
No hay un jabón.
No windows, nothing to close it.
Sí, no hay chícharo, no hay nada. Y cuando viene un frijol bueno a la tienda, eso vuela. Porque como soy pobre, que no puedo ir a comprar frijoles.
Precio todo, hay que coger una escalera y subir, y con todo eso no lo alcanza. Y uno que es pobre nunca lo puede lograr y casi tuvo que machucarme un carro porque me dieron un subsidio que nunca se ha terminado. Y una chicarita de 258 pesos.
210 pesos.
Eso para dos no alcanza para nada. Y entonces he dado mi queja donde quiera, partido y gobierno, y nadie hace nada por eso. Y los presidentes y los delegados y todo eso dicen que la situación son
Saying that the salary that he receives barely lets him buy anything or live.
Después del 24 de febrero, ¿ha visto usted alguna mejora con respecto a este tema?
No, sobre todo los contadores que hace 50 años tenemos tendedera. Y han dicho que no van a poner contadores y hasta el sol de mano que no puede contador. Y cada vez nos cobran más de la cuenta de julio.
Te dan la ropita que te
He
dan.
received no help from nobody.
Ya ni nada.
Nothing. No Social Security, no nothing.
Ni baño,
And sick. Look at that. Look at the condition. Look at that leg.
y todo enfermo.
Look at the condition of that man. Oh, terrible.